good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever the time of the day that it is, wherever you are, welcome. Welcome to the Talk of the Town Poetry Slam. My name is the Prophet, the Word Prophet, Julian the Word Prophet. I'm your host or creator, and I wrote everything on here that you hear me recite. Come on, y'all. Let's kick this thing off and get to spitting some poetry. This first one is titled Double Standard. And it's about society, how you have the haves and the have-nots. The haves can do whatever they want to do. They don't have to go by no laws. They don't have to pay no taxes or anything. But the have-nots, we got to go by all the laws. You know, we cannot do what we want to do. And if you mess up, they'll lock you up. So I wrote this. It's called Double Standards, about what's going on in this country. Come on, y'all, we have to unite so we can try our best to stop this craziness, okay? And with Jesus on our side, we can do anything. It goes like this. In this country that we live in, we have a set of laws. Some people have to go by them all the time, but others don't need to at all. This is called a double standard, and it's practiced every day by using the color line or who you know, just so they can get their own way. We know this isn't fair, for it undermines truth and justice. But in this country, when you talk about justice, justice means just them and not us. But people will tell you that isn't true. But when you study history, that has always happened to me and to you. For the powers that be make double standards a reality. It's a shame truth and justice cannot truly flex its wings. But the powers that be are hook, line, and sinker into Satan and his abominable things. But there is one who can make things right, who will bring us out of the darkness into the light. His name is Jesus, the Son of the Most High God, who overcome obstacles and anything hard. He has all authority over heaven and earth and will make clean what people call dirt. Like in the beginning, before Adam and Eve started sinning. Then we'll be living in love, joy, and peacefulness. Hallelujah. Amen. Now this next one is titled, Honor is not in how you die, but in how you live. Honor is not in how you die, but in how you live. We have to understand when we are before the King and to be judged, it will be because how we lived our lives out on this earth, not how we die. It's about how you live, not how you die. It goes like this. Honor is not how you die, but in how you live. It's helping people who are less fortunate than you. It's about how much you give. It's not how much you get either, as a matter of fact. The Lord created it that way, so you have to give back. Understand the Lord does nothing but give, give, give. That's why we are judged by the way we live. In order to get, you have to give back. And there's no getting around that, as a matter of fact. Always trying to get and never wanting to give back leads to greed, a demonic way of life, demonic indeed. And that may separate you from God. And that can make your life awfully hard. If your mind is caught up in sin, what domain will your spirit rest in? Envy, jealousy, and strife will be in your life and make your soul dark as night. The ways of the world teaches you never to give back, but always trust in God and He will keep you on track. Get as much as you can get without thinking twice, making people suffer, and you know that's not right. Living like that isn't living at all. It's just building up a terrible fall. Falling into a place where you truly don't want to be, and that's in the pit of hell, believe me. So honor is not in how you die, but in how you live. Not in how much you get, but in how much you give. For that's what God does. Give, give, give. Remember, honor is not in how you die, but in how you live. The title of this next one is Life is Too Short. Life is too short. And it goes like this. Life is too short for playing around. For before you know it, we are dead and buried underground. Nothing guaranteed, but the sky is the limit. And we can only get out of life what we put in it. Take my advice and don't think twice. Get the Lord in your life, now that's sound advice. And get your education as best you can. If you don't, you'll be put at the end. Life is worth living, but it is too short when you're using drugs and acting out of sorts. Alcoholism and drug addiction are a deadly disease, for they will take control of you and me. Life is too short to be playing games like this. Drugs and alcohol will take you down to the pit. Make your life sweet by living through faith. Now that's something that can get you through the pearly gates. The games that people play are stupid at best, for they divide, start fights, and create stress. Life is too short for playing around, for before you know it, we are dead and buried under the ground. Life is definitely too short for playing around. Now the title of this next one is Nations Are in the Uproar and Kingdoms Are Stumbling. Nations are in the uproar and kingdoms are stumbling. Nations are in the uproar and kingdoms are stumbling, and the people are running amok, screaming and hollering. Everywhere you look is chaos for sure. Is it in your house? It's at my front door. I lead by example, not by talk. I keep my faith in the Lord and try to walk a godly walk. The world today is in a terrible way. We run after things that keep our spirit at bay. To soar with eagles, you have to leave turkeys alone. It'll be strength for your spirit and marrow for your bones. For me today, the Lord is the only way. Anything else, and there will be hell to pay. War is in our face, and that's a disgrace. Nuclear bombs will destroy the human race. Death and destruction, is that what we want to see? But that's a real good way to get rid of you and me. Do you know what we want? I wonder for sure. But I want Jesus the Christ, who lives forevermore. But the nations are in the uproar, and the kingdoms are stumbling. Why do we embrace madness instead of the Lord? Just a little something to think about. This next one is titled, If There's a Will, There's a Way. If there's a will, there's a way. Now this is about all of us have will. All of us was given will. We have our own will. Now, God gave us free will and freedom of choice. But we have to understand that they come with some serious consequences. Serious consequences. So we have to be careful about how we use our will to do the things that we want to do. For the simple reason, it can lead to the pit of hell if we don't watch out, you know. God gave us free will and freedom of choice because He loves us. Now what we decide to do with that is up to us. But like I said before, there are consequences to every choice. So when you choose, choose wisely. The title of this is, If There's a Will, There Is a Way. And it goes like this. It goes like this. If there's a will, there's a way. That's all I have to say. Sometimes it does get hard, but that's when you go to prayer to God. If there's a will, there is a way. Is there anything else to say? At times, everything you touch turns to gold, but before you know it, it's all blown. If there's a will, there's a way. Just try your best. That always pay, each and every day. Sometimes everything you do give you the blues. Just turn to God, He'll straighten it out for you. If there's a will, there's a way. Just apply yourself every day. For through your will, it makes a way. which will lead to bigger and brighter days. So if there's a will, you'll find a way, for God created will to be just that way. The title of this next one is, Do You Have a Testimony? Do you have a testimony? I do. Do you have a testimony? I do. This is about how God is in my life. And I hope and pray that He's in yours too. For I found out the hard way that He is truly the only way. And I got my testimony through the Lord. Because when I needed Him, He came. Picked me up off the ground, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. Even when I was level to the ground, He came. Took care of all my needs. But you have to have faith for that to work in that way. So yes, I do have a testimony. Do you have a testimony? Because I do. And it goes like this. My testimony started a long time ago, when I was young and just did not know. Ignorant to the world and its ways thereof, I'm so glad God was watching me from above. I embraced the world in all of its ways. That led to some dark and terrible days. I thought I was having fun. At least that's what was on my mind. I didn't know I was trying to commit suicide time after time, but I was. I was ignorant to the world and its ways thereof. I thank God for intervening from above. I was wrecking my life all the way around, living in the gutter down on the ground. The Lord lifted me every time I fell to stop me from sending myself straight to hell. I fell in love once in my life. I didn't know it was a gift from paradise. Playing around foolishly, love left my life when I was really in need. Drugs, drinking, and cheating too. Listen to the world can kill you. I got kicked out of school for not following the rules. When I tried to get a job, they said, you didn't finish school, so we can't help you. I thought I knew it all, but that was the start of my fall. That kept me running my head straight into a wall. Youth is a wonderful thing to have, but if you don't listen, it will make your life sad. Listen to your parents and grandparents too. All of them are here to help you make it through. The things I've done and the places I've been, because of my hard head, I almost did my own self in. The Lord is on my side, this I can tell, because He saved my soul from going straight to hell. Take my advice and don't think twice. You need the Lord on your side if you want to live right. Do you have a testimony? I do. Now the title of this next one is, Please Help Me, Lord. Please help me, Lord. The title itself tells you what the poem is about. You know, because we are in a place where we need help every day from the Lord. Because you see, there's just no other way. You know, this place with the pestilence and the hatred, you know, the racism and all the killings and stuff, mindlessness, senselessness stuff going on. Yeah, I do cry to the Lord. Please help me, Lord. I feel as though all of us need to cry to the Lord. Come on, y'all. Come on back to the Lord. Let's get this thing together. Yes, let's unite under Jesus. Come on, y'all. So the title of this is Please Help Me, Lord, and it goes like this. Please help me, Lord, I'm asking you today, for you are truly the only way. The ways of the world are trying to wreck my soul. Please help me, Lord, for I still have a ways to go. I'm trying my best to do your will, but the world around won't let me keep still. There's chaos on my life. There's chaos on my left, anarchy on my right. People everywhere just want to fight. I say my prayers each and every day because to tell you the truth, there is no other way. The things people do and the way they act keep me on edge, as a matter of fact. Why can't we work together instead of pushing each other apart? Is it because so much evil is in our hearts? People are acting crazy every place and everywhere. When I turned on the TV, devastation is in the air. Floods, earthquakes, and tornadoes too. When I think about this place, I'm lost. How about you? So I put my faith and trust and prayers in God, for only He can overcome these overwhelming odds. Please help me, Lord. Please help us, Father. That was my last one for the day. I hope I have inspired somebody somewhere to turn back to Jesus, get their life right and back on track, stop using drugs and alcohol because it's really no good for you. Don't abuse these things because it will take you down to the ground. Have you thinking your mind is unsound? So I do this to try and inspire people to lift themselves up, turn back to God. Because if you don't, life is going to be very, very hard. If no one has told you today that they love you, I love you, and God bless you all. That's all, folks.